What's going on? What's going on, world? You already know what it is, man. J Pad in the building. I got LB up in this motherfucker with me. And
What
this
up?
is what up, bro? This is the AM show. You know what I'm saying? Something new to me and L. We decided that we was gonna start doing in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? We'll be on in the early goings, we're gonna be on YouTube, we're gonna be on Facebook, and we're going to be just chopping it up about subjects that we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? First and foremostly, for those who don't know our history, you know what I'm saying. Me and LB, we've been friends for man for forever and a day. Let me just put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? We both from Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm in Pittsburgh. L is up in Erie right now, and we've been friends forever and a day. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole bunch of subjects that we always talk about, and we just thought about it, man, and said, "Damn, man, we might as well start podcasting." You know what I mean? So I said, "Yeah, I think it's about that time because we be having good, healthy discussions about different things." You know what I'm saying? And shit, tell them, L, tell them what time it is, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about all kind of crazy shit. About the news, things that's happening, whatever we feel about talking about, and everything in between. So sit back, enjoy the show.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, man. So, like I said, once again, you guys can subscribe on YouTube, and we're gonna be here on Facebook for now. Eventually, we'll probably be on other platforms as well. But for right now, you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook. Sign Beats checking in over in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Peace, bro. You already know what it is. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for everybody that's tapping in. Make sure you guys are leaving a comment and letting us know, where you at, what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Big respect to y'all. But yeah, L, I guess without further ado, man, we're gonna get right into it, man. You know, a subject that we talk about all the time is is the NFL. And the Super Bowl was yesterday. For those who don't know, who ain't see the highlights or anything like that, I think the world know right now that the Eagles stunned the Kansas City Chiefs, and it wasn't even close. None of the scores really came for the Chiefs until it was way over late in the game. Which brings up our subject for the day. This brings up the subject. I don't give a damn what nobody's saying. We got to talk about this morning. Uh, man, L, is the NFL rigged? Is the NFL rigged? I mean, like, let's talk about it from an angle. Like, first and foremost, so you know what we're gonna do before we even get into talking about it. We're gonna bring up the video. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the video real quick. This is from like 2 years ago. This is from 2 years ago. So you guys listen in with us, and we're gonna react to this, but we're gonna talk about what the NFL is like today. But this was 2 years ago. Just keep this in mind. 2 years ago.
So then you just have to. Did you memorize those before the season started?
Took out Bron show.
Let me tell you something about this channel. We're unplugged from the matrix.
We're not sheeple or sheep. We're all very aware of what's going on, and we're starting to put the clues all together to get to the bottom of this story.
And we have definitive evidence from a former All-Pro NFL player and a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the most dominant running backs in the first half of the 2010s that could attest to this.
Yeah, real quick. If y'all don't know who that is, that's Arian Foster. You know what I'm saying? He definitely is a well-known NFL player, well-known running back. You must have been hiding under a rock if you don't know who this dude is. So we're gonna keep it going here. Let's keep it going.
So before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. We are on a
Yeah, man. See if we can get in. I know that's his little going
The
forward.
largest and most trusted heating and air
they'll give us
conditioning
some
companies here in the state and for the beginning of 2025.
ads. Let's get back into
to do
it.
if you want to join is go in the description down below.
Forward,
And he just needs to get
forward.
if you want to see my picks on a daily
Ford. Yeah, man.
team.
Yeah.
They wanted to see two top seeds go up against each other and the potential first place and second place in MVP voting to face off against each other.
They did it for the ratings.
And in that video, I brought you multiple instances of why one would think that the game was rigged, primarily due to horrific officiating. And we should make a discrepancy between horrific officiating and rigged games. And then we put it all to rest because for the most part, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. The Super Bowl is set, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. It wasn't rigged, so if you video, make it out. I'll leave a link to it. And it was put to rest until a couple of days ago when a running back who led the league in touchdowns on 2 separate occasions said that the NFL elaborately scripts their games. So for those of you guys that don't know who Arian Foster is actually one of the coolest stories in NFL history. One of the most dominant undrafted free agents of the 2010s without a doubt. Arian Foster burst on the scene in 2010 for the Houston Texans and led the league in rushing yards and rushing TDs. Very much the type of guy that won you your fantasy football league if you happen to pick him up that year. To give you an idea of how dominant he was, in 2010 he rushed for 1,616 rushing yards and 16 touchdowns. That's 101 yards per game, to give you an idea. So in 1 year he went from undrafted running back to all-pro in 2010. In 2011 he would once again make the all-pro team, this time on the second team, because he wasn't able to play the full slate of games. He missed 3 games, but still rushed for 1,224 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. In 2012, he would have more luck, rushing for 1,424 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. And he'll get selected to his 3rd straight All-Pro team. And with that, well, Arian Foster gave us into how the NFL truly works on the Macro Dosing podcast.
Arian was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script. Day 1 of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen. Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started? Would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We're really dedicated to it.
So pretty much, if you're not following along, they're claiming that in the beginning of every season, there'd be a script dropped off at each and every team's headquarters. That would tell you everything that was supposed to go down during the season. Who was going to get injured, who was going to win MVP, who's going to win the Super Bowl, what team that had high expectations ended up falling off, the Dallas Cowboys falling short of expectations yet again, stuff like that. And Arian Foster goes into detail as to how they would prepare for the upcoming season, and he would even tell you what practices were truly for. And it wasn't to practice your athletic ability, by the way. Check this out.
That's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on, and this is what we have to do in order to,
And this referee's going to miss this call because they hate you and they love the Colts, that sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you know, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
I like at the end of this clip how someone calls him out and it says, what did you think about the end of 2016 when your career fell off a cliff? Theoretically, both 2015 and 2016 were horrible years for Arian Foster. In 2015, he would rupture his Achilles against the Miami Dolphins. And I guess the Dolphins felt bad because they would sign Arian Foster in 2016. After he ruptured his Achilles, he would play like 4 games with them and then that would be it. I'll tell you this, although there are moments where I think the NFL storylines are so freaking good that they have to be scripted.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there, L. I mean, because that's more than enough. Like, that's a former NFL player literally getting on a broadcast that people are seeing everywhere and telling them the practice ain't practice. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost kind of like when you see, like, take for example this playoffs this year. You know, that was a couple years ago that he put the cat out the bag a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But take this year for an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to this year, you watch the playoffs. You've seen the whole entire thing play out. Does it feel like the NFL is scripted?
After hearing that interview, you know it's scripted. Because they answer a lot of questions you've been wondering, like how this happened, how they missed that, and now you know why. Because this is exactly what they've been doing this whole time. They're doing it for the casino money. It's all about,
because you can imagine. Right, you can imagine. Yesterday, everybody had their tickets in, and everybody had their situations going exactly the opposite of how it actually went. You know what I'm saying? Based off of the previous weeks. You know what I mean? Like, because if you watch when the Chiefs played the Texans,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to single out the Chiefs because obviously there's more to it than just the Chiefs, but you seen the Chiefs play the Texans. First indicator of something being rigged, in my opinion, was some of the penalties that they were causing, and then some of the no calls, which is really what it's really all about. When you're watching the game, and we understand the game from another perspective because we've been watching it for some time. You know what I'm saying? We actually used to play.
It ain't even the same game. It's a whole different game than what we watched when we was young. So yeah, totally different.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so and you're looking at some of these plays, like, man, some of those plays were super obvious, and it was allowing it to slide through. Like I'm like, what part of the game is this? What are we really watching? And everybody that's really watching the game, let's not act like we ain't seeing it. Let's keep that a buck and a bean right now. Let's not act like we're not seeing the no calls, the miraculous injuries, the what I'm saying, the turf not being right, people slipping, when dropping passes that they normally catch, things that we can't take a blind eye to that no more. And then think about it, Vegas is involved, you know what I'm saying, and the money's on the line, so that makes it even crazier that they got all these scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a FanDuel app, like I got FanDuel, you know what I'm saying? Or you got DraftKings, or you live in Nevada and the only thing that you can do is go to the casino because you can't use the apps. It's still screaming that something is fixed, something is rigged, you know what I'm saying? And then you're watching the game, and for example, the AFC Championship game, when you're seeing that that one pass, it was just that one pass. El, you know which one I'm talking about, where both the Buffalo player and the Chiefs player was going up in the air for the pass, and they considered this a catch, but clearly you could see that the ball hit the freaking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, but there was so many of them. That's what I was trying to think. Because it was a lot of calls, no calls, and calls that didn't come from nowhere going on that game. Well, basically all these games lately, if you really think about it, it's same with the NBA. It's all the same now. It's like it's not even worth watching because to me it's like it's all fixed.
Oh yeah, we could even take it to just all professional sports, because I think that if it's in Vegas, there's a potential that some fixing is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because Vegas got to keep the odds to the point where they put out a juicy, like either parlay, or they put out something that entices you to place some money on a bet, knowing good and damn well that the odds are stacked against you. But if it does hit, it's almost like the lottery now. It's like the lottery because you could have a hunch on numbers, and you put your numbers in, and you hoping that you win. But the odds of you winning is this. The odds of you winning is that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they understand that cats is getting smarter, and then they switch it up. Once they start figuring out the system, they throw another little wrinkle in it. And then you're watching the game. You watching these games, and you seeing when Josh Allen and them clearly made a first down.
Yeah.
It's not a first down. Or you see a pass get dropped, and they consider the pass a catch. Like, how is we getting away with that? You know what I'm saying? And how can we not start having the discussion that it's fixed? That something's going on. Something's going on. And then you look at some of the other scores, like yesterday. So the Chiefs, the previous two games before that, and the Eagles, the previous 2 games before that, you know what I'm saying? Like they games was different. The games was quite different, but it was more discrepancy. And I'm not trying to single out the Chiefs, but at the same time, we got to be transparent because it is their games. You know what I'm saying? And it's been going on for quite some time, and everybody knows it. There's been times throughout the season where team had the door shut on them. And then all of a sudden, here come the referees with this call. Here come the referees with this call. You know what I'm saying? And then and we're sitting there looking at it like, how is that a call? How is that a call? And I ain't even got to go through all the examples. Most of y'all watching this stuff, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. I'm not even going to sit there and act like we don't know what it is. It is what it is, man. Hey, L. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about it every week. We talk about it every week. Like it's to the point where people like us that used to be fans of the league are starting to really question whether we should still continue to watch the game.
That part.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact because I you know I know because both me and you both said ourselves this year, like your team the Ravens. A lot of people don't know your team the Ravens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your team the Ravens. I don't personally. It got so bad with me. I don't even got a favorite football team no more because you can't rely on the product that they're putting on the field. And there's times where I called you this season, L. And you was like, "Damn, I'm not even watching the game."
Yeah, bullshit. It ain't the same. It ain't the same action. It ain't the same intensity. It ain't saying nothing. You just basically watching a script. It's like they said in that video we watched. It's basically watching a script movie.
And he's a former NFL player. Why would he get on there and say that there ain't something going on when he know good and damn well that there's something going on? They literally said
I don't think there's a documentary somewhere where they got referees talking about how they used to throw games and all that shit when they get paid and all that to throw games and certain calls. And that. Yeah. So it's going on. It's just now coming to the light. That's all it is because it's more obvious.
Right. Because it's like you said, the NBA. I'm pretty sure it's Major League Baseball too. Hockey.
All that's part of that gambling. All that's part of that gambling. I think is going to be part of.
Professional soccer, professional tennis. It's almost like if you can gamble on it, there's a probability that some fixing is going on.
The fix is on. The
fix is on. Do you understand me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand what's going on for real. If you guys feel like there's some rigging going on in the NFL or in any other sport, make sure you guys are commenting below. Even if you see the video after the fact, comment below and let us know what you think. Do y'all think that the NFL or any other professional American sport, we can only talk really about American sports for real, because that's all we really watch. Now, if you're from overseas though and you watch any other sports, make sure y'all comment and let us know as well down below. Do y'all think that professional sports are rigged? And I think that, you know, for us, we already are conceding it. We are. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Larry. I may not watch a game next year. I might not watch a game.
I'm still gonna watch the Rays. I'm still gonna watch the Ravens play, but other games, oh man, it's already rough. It's already rough watching my team play.
It's getting tough. I know it's getting tough. It's getting tough for all of us to watch the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like here in Pittsburgh. They had Fields on, and he was doing well. And then they brought Russell in, and he had one bad game. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he became old Russell Wilson, throwing he threw for 400 some odd yards. That was the indicator. Right. That was the indicator right there. I'm sitting there like, all right, so he threw for 400 some odd yards because he started to be able to call the plays. Then the coordinator must have felt some kind of way about that. Because I guess the game or two after that, they stopped doing that type of thing, and they literally made them go back to that script of running the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just saw this man air out a team for 400 some odd yards. And now all of a sudden you guys got to go back to ground and pound, run the ball and this, that, and the third. Like that was working. Like, don't get me wrong, Harris a good running back, but he's not Saquon Barkley. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? So let's make it make sense. You could tell that something really is going on. Something's going on. I don't understand it.
There's no doubt about that, man. It's not even hard to tell. If you're a real sports fan, you can tell. It ain't adding up. It ain't making sense. It ain't been making sense for a while. That's why I really don't watch the TV, the sports and stuff like that no more. And I'm a sports fan.
Man, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Me and you both sports fans. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I was talking about some players yesterday, the other day in the NBA, and you couldn't even tell me.
Yeah, I don't know none of them niggas. I don't know who that is, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even watch. I know LeBron. I know they traded AD and shit. He got hurt already. I know
he got hurt instantly. And that's another thing too. That's another thing too. Like Luka hasn't even played yet. LeBron, AD came in his first game and
got hurt in the third quarter.
He got loose. He got loose all in the first half.
He was doing his thing.
And then a non-contact injury took him out the game.
As usual. How much did they pay him? There's no way he could be that fragile, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, man, let me ask you this. You just brought up a great point. And they getting paid all that money. Like,
they're sitting on the sideline.
Come on, make it make sense. Like, we all then had to bust our ass out here in the world. You know, we wasn't all blessed enough to play professional sports, but these guys literally be complaining. Like, I seen Dennis Schroeder the other day talking about, because they was bouncing around from team to team, you know what I'm saying? He ended up with the Pistons. He was talking about the trade deadline being slavery. I was like, the nerve of you to sit there and talk about some slavery shit. Bro, you've been getting paid millions of dollars since you've been in the league. You turned down a max contract. That probably was your biggest payday. The Lakers was going to pay you 80 some odd million dollars a couple years ago, and you thought you was worth more money than that. Now you done regressed to a point where they was like, oh, well, you don't want to take the max contract? Oh, well, now you're going to bounce around. Now you on the carousel and you moving around. Like, it's crazy to me how all of this all comes into play. Like, we're sidebar now. We ain't talking about whether shit's fixed or not. Is some of these athletes crybabies? Some of these professional paid athletes crybabies? In my opinion, they are, because I'm like, the nerve of y'all be talking about all these hundreds of millions of dollars, and the average person walking around out here, you know what I'm saying, only makes like $50,000 a year. The average person.
But this is the way the league is pampering these motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
The league is set up for these cats to do all this crying and whining and doing all these adjustments and all that stuff. Because they wasn't like that before, because usually back in our day, you got on the team, you rode that team till you retire. You don't be jumping around teams and all this other nonsense you doing now and shit.
We rode with the teams because we was familiar with them.
One team and shit. Come on, man. You ain't never heard of no shit like that. Niggas ain't competitive shit like that.
Yeah, and it's all predicated off of money. Or it's all predicated off of, oh, I'm not happy here because boom, 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 or boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even willing to try to make it work out. You're not trying to do this, that, and the third. And y'all getting paid way too much money to play a sport. Like, y'all playing a sport. And don't get me wrong, yeah, not everybody can do what you can do. Okay, I get that. But why does laying a ball in the hoop warrant that you make more money than a person that can do something that they can create like something out of their head? You know what I'm saying? And it'd be worth way more value than you putting that ball in the hoop, or you being able to, throw a ball, or you being able to hit a ball.
It's the marketing value of that situation, because people are paying to see that. So the more people watching, the more money they can get from it, so they can be able to pay more people. You know, people paying to see nobody work.
Exactly. That's been the Jedi mind trick. It's almost like you start to think about it. Once you start getting down the road, you start to think about it. You be like, damn. I'm like, damn, what is we paying our money for real, for real? We paying to be entertained. This is entertainment. Now,
Yeah.
When they lump up sports and entertainment, because if you notice, you know what I'm saying, like last night, the Super Bowl halftime performance was just as important as the game itself, if not more important.
Hmm.
So now they're lumping sports and entertainment. So I'm almost to the point where, I mean, like, you can't even tell the difference between the two because it's all entertainment. It all costs $1 for us to go watch the game. It costs $1 if we want to physically be there. You know what I'm saying? And we want to represent with our team. We got to pay the NFL, we got to pay whoever to go watch the game. You know, I'm a Pirates fan. So I do like to go watch the games. You know what I'm saying? Now the tickets ain't that much, but yet and still the team ain't winning. So here's the double-edged sword again. The team's not winning. They get great fan support. They created a great facility for the fans to participate in the games, but y'all ain't putting no winning product on the field. And then we got to start looking in hindsight, like, what are we investing in? What are we investing in? Even if the team was winning, we're investing in it. But I remember a couple years ago, me and the guys, we did a theme song for the Pirates. We did a theme song. Remember that? Like when the last time when the Pirates was in the playoffs.
Yeah, they was in the
We did a
playoffs.
record for them and it went viral. It went viral in this, that, and the third. Man, Major League Baseball called the lawyers on us, trying to say that we were using footage in the video that was a copyright of their thing. I said, but everybody fan-wise uses y'all videos to make fan videos. So for you to single, I know what it was. I knew what it was, and we ain't got to go back and forth with all that Major League Baseball. We know what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we trying to show, love to this team. We trying to get the fans excited about the team, and at the same time, we're in the entertainment business. It don't make sense for us to do nothing, and we're Pirates fans, real Pirates fans. Like, make that make sense. We was trying to do something good for the city, do something good for the team, get the team fired up. Maybe they can make a run. And then I started realizing how much entertainment was involved in everything. I was like, oh, y'all had the nerve to sick the lawyers. Y'all couldn't even come at us like, hey, could you possibly do this, that, and the third? Or we could try to work with y'all. Y'all was like, no, we need you to take the video down because it's a copyright strike against this, that, and the third, because it's from Root Sports and this, that, and the third. I said, come on, man.
Wow.
I said, come on, man. I said, well, you know the song. Y'all don't own that. Y'all don't own the song that we did. We own that. So let's work something out here then. If that's the case, let's work something out. The people, y'all saw that the people was liking it. Y'all saw that that's what it was, because y'all seen that we were standing to try to make a statement to make some money off that record. If we put a price tag on that record and put it out for sale, there ain't nothing y'all could do about that. Nothing. None of y'all could do about that. And y'all was trying to stop that motion because we had a video up like a day or two after we did the song. We went and shot a video at the first game. We went down there and shot the video at the first playoff game.
Well, they ain't like that.
No, they didn't like it. But we was in the public. We didn't shoot no video on the inside of the stadium. We was on the outside of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? And the fans was digging it. Like, you can still go watch the video now, though. It's on YouTube. You can go watch the video. It's called Batter Up. It's Emmanuel Lansky, Pittsburgh Pirates, Batter Up. You guys can go check that out. You know what I'm saying? And you make a decision for yourself, because all of it was in the parking lots. It was on the outside of the state. It wasn't even inside the stadium. We wasn't trying to be like that. We just did everything on the outside of the stadium, on the bridge, things of that nature. Crazy work, man.
Still had a problem.
Still had a problem, which I started realizing how much entertainment and how much, this cutthroat thing is with the entertainment thing is with professional sports. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's crazy work, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think we got a nice little round, man. We just getting our feet wet with this broadcast. You know what I'm saying, Larry? We about to dip on out on them though.
Yes, sir.
About to dip on out on. We're gonna have another topic coming again. We'll probably hit you guys Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings. Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? If that works for y'all, make sure y'all mark it in. Make sure y'all, stay locked in. And like I said, subscribe. And don't forget to put a comment in our video today. Do you think that professional sports is rigged? All right. So you already know we up out of here, L. Man, good looking. I'm gonna definitely holler at you on the rebound. We're gonna get back